now listening to the one and only Mental Vomit Show. Mental Vomit Show. Time to let your mind vomit with your host, Ricky Rick.
What's good? It's your boy, Ricky Rick, and we're back at another Mental Vomit Show episode, man. And we're going to be interviewing my man, my brother, my uncle from the streets, Uncle Nick, man. We're going to be talking about some dope, informative, just all angles, all topics. And, yo, shit's going to be crazy, man. Look who's pulling up on the LES.
Blah! What's up, motherfuckers?
It's the Mental Vomit Show. What you thinking? Let it flow. You are now tuned in. Ricky Rick is in control. He's in control. Straight up, now that's the way you about to get it. Anything that's on his mind, he ain't afraid to spit it. Nope. Nothing off limits, he just coming off the top. Every minute never dull, conversation never stop. Coming with the heat, hotter than a gunshot. Looking for a good time, you at the right spot. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Outer space, UFOs.
Uncut, unrated, uncensored. Mental
Hey, yo, what up? It's your host, Ricky Rick, and this is another Mental Vomit Show episode. And I'm only here with my man, my brother from another mother, the uncle from the streets that got the internet on lock. Introduce yourself, Unc.
Yo, it's popping off for everybody out there that doesn't know who I am. I'm Uncle Nick, man, the bipolar, biracial bastard, the motherfucking lone wolf and all that fly shit, you know what I'm saying? I got a channel on YouTube, Word the Street with Uncle Nick, so if you're not familiar, go check it out, subscribe, hit the notification button. And my man came out to LES, he was like, yo, I want to do an interview, you know what I mean? He's a fan of my work and shit like that. I'll be backing out, roasting motherfuckers and shit, you know what I'm saying? I got my own personality, so you got to respect people that want to fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to fuck with everybody, but at the end of the day, if you got a little time, show love, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely respect that. Respect is where it's due. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go straight down to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, as myself, would like to know what got you into podcasting? What got you into vlogging?
Basically, I used to be a knucklehead, man. I used to get arrested a lot. I used to go through a lot of bullshit, and I didn't really have family. I didn't have other things to fall back on. So I would be outside a lot all the time. And, you know, shit happens. So I wound up getting into this state of mind where I didn't really look at jail as a bad thing or going there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I found myself being, you know what I'm saying, recycled through the system. And, you know, one of the last times when I got remanded, they do suicide watch. So they come around, not that you're doing suicide, but they just do that in the night just to check on people, see what people are doing and shit. And they were painting this mural. They finished painting the mural, and it was big as fuck, and it said DOC. And I was looking through my little crack in my cell, and at the Tombs, shout out to all my niggas in the Tombs. But not shouting you out, but I'm shouting you out, you know what I'm saying? And I saw that this shit was finished, and it was like Department of Corrections, and it just dawned on me. It was like, you got Department of Economics, Department of Transit, Department of Finance, Department of Education. I'm in Department of Corrections constantly. Why? Because you got to correct something in your life. So I decided to go back and continue my education. I got a high school diploma and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? I went back, got an associate's, and I was able to, like, rent cameras and rent tripods and, you know, with the school and all that shit. So I started filming stuff, and initially, you know what I mean, I was off camera. I was on camera. And then I started uploading some of the videos, like the nigga Star and Buck Wild. I used to fuck with him for a hot second. He uploaded some of my shit. And people started commenting, and they were like, well, why are you asking these questions? For example, I would be like, this was before Trump, you know what I'm saying, got into office. It was like, do you think Bernie Madoff's going to win the presidency? And they're like, oh, this stupid motherfucker, he doesn't even know who's the president. And it was really just a joke, being sarcastic, because a lot of people don't know their head from their ass. So I did a reaction video, and then the reaction video went over well. And then I started trying to find my footing, so I started doing some more shit. But I roasted somebody one day, and the shit went viral, and that's when I realized, okay, people like the comedy. People like the shit that I have to say along those lines. So that's kind of like the, you know, the ins and outs of where I'm at right now and how I got started.
Yeah, nah, you definitely the motherfucking roast master for real, man. And you elevating so big, like, yo, seriously, salute on your elevation. You even got Joe Budden shouting you out and many other things, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, shout out to Joe Buttons, man. That was a good look, man. Shout out to Moore, shout out to Rory, shout out, what was the nigga Parker, shout out to the whole staff over there. They cool. They ain't have to shout me out.
Yeah, nah, you even had guns and everybody, man. You doing your thing, man.
Yeah, Peter Guns. Yeah, a lot of people, man. Yo, shout out to Peter Guns. Shout out to Corey Guns. Shout out to Sex Money Murder. Everybody over there in the Bronx and shit like that. Shout out to everybody holding it down. Lord Tariq. That was a lot of love right there. Peter Guns came through. Shout out to all his kids, you know what I'm saying? Doing they 1-2 and shit like that. You know, real humble dude, man. Shout out to you, son.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, I mean, like, pretty much, like, where did you come up from? Like, you came up from the LES or other locations? Let the crowd know, you know what I'm saying, pretty much where you came up in your structure.
I came out my mother's Toto in Bellevue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hospital that everybody's pretty much born in on the Lower East Side. That's also the homeless shelter, and that's also the crazy house. So you got mad shit going on in that hospital. So it breeds extraordinary type of motherfuckers such as myself. But I'm from Avenue D, Jacob Reese. And shout out to everybody in Queensbridge at the Jacob Reese Center. That's where MC Shan, everybody used to get the battle on. So I got a lot of love for Queensbridge on the strength of that. But I'm from Jacob Reese, Avenue D, 8th Street, in the back, FDR Drive. And, yeah, spent a lot of years out here as a kid. It started getting real dangerous. They shot the cops up behind the building that I lived in. Like, one died, the other two had superficial, well, whatever. They had little wounds and shit. They threw some chick who owed money off the roof. Like, they chopped the lady up in the bathtub. I'm not glorifying, like, I come from the most gangster shit. So, like, we started moving around a little bit because the neighborhood got real dangerous. But then at, like, around 17, I should say 16, I was pretty much out of my own. So I was over in Hell's Kitchen. Shout out all my niggas in Hell's Kitchen. I was in the Bronx. Excuse me, I'm drinking biz. I was in Washington Heights. Shout out my nigga E. Wolf. I was in El Barrio. Shout out all my niggas in Carver, Taft, Johnson, Wack.
So we're gonna switch gears right here. I know you're in tune with what is going on in like all aspects. I know you're in tune in internet land, social media land, because you're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Definitely follow him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and just everywhere. What's buzzing right now is a lot of topics. For example, Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think about the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine subject? What do you think? Do you think he was a gangster from the beginning, or he just?
No. Davies, shout out to Davies. Put Tekashi on blast the other day. Not on blast, but just talking, you know, what's the truth. He was a little camera guy. He was around observing what other dudes was doing. He came up with a format, and that makes sense why he was doing the Crip thing or whatever, because he was around Davies and them niggas, and then now he's over here with a different camp. Now he's doing the blood thing. He realized, well, I don't gangbang. Shout out to everybody in all the nations out there that do they want to. I'm low life, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, double L's. And it's about positivity and shit like that for me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the kid realized how to market certain stuff. That was gangster. He was around some things. He studied it. And people ate it up at the end of the day. He got caught up with the pedo shit. Me personally, tried to give him a chance. He started bragging about that, like, I'm the best pedo in the world. Or whatever the fuck it is. I'm the richest or some shit. And that's when I knew he was bugged out. Then he was disrespecting a lot of people. So there were just a lot of things going on with me that I realized that, you know, this kid isn't going to last too long. But the Rico shit caught me off guard. I ain't gonna front. Like that shit was kind of out of left field. But, you know, this is the world that we live in now. I don't really know if we're going to get another Tekashi 6ix9ine, if his legacy will live on, if people will even learn from this, if people are still mimicking his behavior in different ways and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to be extreme and over the top and, you know, create problems for themselves that, dogs, like, niggas be getting their coconuts cracked out here. So if you want to be that motherfucker, then, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So, you know, I just, at the end of the day, I never was down with what he was doing. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. He really didn't seem like he was a genuine person in the sense that, you know, he was regretful once I saw him talking like that. So for me, I would just like fuck him completely. And now he's getting out of jail after all this shit, or maybe not, or whatever. And it's like, you know, if society promotes this nigga and they continue to champion him, then, you know, we officially know that we've gone to hell in a handbasket, but I anticipate young people supporting him and people championing him and people doing songs with him if he got money. Because that's what really moves the market now. It's all about the money and shock value and things to that effect.
Yeah, it's crazy you said that because that was actually the next question I was gonna ask. Like, I know you definitely in tune with real, raw, no bullshit hip hop, like real hip hop. That's why, you know what I'm saying, the culture salutes you and beyond. Where do you see like hip hop going? Like, do you see the jeans getting tighter, pause, or just motherfuckers going more bozo, or do you think it's just gonna loop over again and just actually be cultural? What do you think?
Well, if you notice, things always going full circle, you know what I'm saying? The same shit always comes back. What I think is really going to happen is that we're already seeing it happening with Griselda, with my nigga Rome Streets, with Jamal Gasol, different individuals, the Booze Brothers, Thurston Howe. With a lot of people, you see that the internet is helping you expand and get into other avenues, you know what I'm saying? And different ventures and different areas to explore, because at the end of the day, it's all about your Google rankings and things to that effect. Pardon me, it's somebody walking in and out and shit, so I'm just making sure what's going on. So I think that you're in a better position nowadays to actually promote your product if your product is dope. So I think that people are hungry right now. I think that people are thirsty. I think that people are searching for dope hip-hop, and they're finding it. And they're finding it in an abundance now, and they know where to find it. And I think this is the new wave, and this is the new format, and people are mastering it. You know what I mean? But they're not selling their souls. So I'm, how should I say? I'm hopeful about things moving forward, and I think real hip-hop is already made its resurgence, but I think it's going to become even more impactful in the years to come because of what, you know, technology, social media, and other things, and just ways to get your shit out there that you don't have to go through a particular record label or this or that. You need distribution and shit, but I think people can get their recognition even more now if you're dope. You know what I'm saying? If you're whack as fuck, then, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Eat a dick, you know what I mean?
I hear you. So, yeah, we're gonna switch gears here. Like, once again, we going to like topics that's buzzing right now. You know what I'm saying? On social media and beyond. We definitely insightful with the Tekashi 6ix9ine and you know what I'm saying, where hip hop is going. But we're gonna get to like a pretty much a political aspect right now. The things that's going on with Trump, the impeachment. Do you think he's gonna be impeached? You think he's gonna be locked up? Like, what's your thoughts on Trump?
Space Force.
I'm just interested in hearing what you got to say about that.
To be honest with you, I've been watching the impeachment hearings and things to that effect. And just like the Russian collusion, just like the Mueller report, just like everything else, things have been fabricated to a certain degree, and people are being pushed and pulled in certain directions. So if you want my honest opinion, I don't think anything's going to come out of this. To be honest with you, I think this is more of trying to shade a motherfucker before the next election, more than anything. They've thrown everything but the kitchen. Well, they've thrown everything and the kitchen sink at him. You know what I mean? And they don't really have concrete evidence. They say, oh, Roger Stone, or this one, that one. Niggas go to jail all the time. There were so many people that were corrupt within the Obama administration. Eric Holder got to like prosecute himself basically over the Fast and Furious shit. When, you know, like, so there's a lot of things that people don't pay attention to. That's like, there's a lot of people that should have went to jail, but they didn't. So, you know, people got a hard on for Trump right now, and it's kind of like a civil war with the powers that be and him not complying. And, you know, they're struggling right now, so that's why they're going ape shit crazy. You know what I mean? But I don't really see anything coming out of this. And if anything, they're going to unite motherfuckers, and they're going to realize that, wow, you niggas are clout chasing, and then all of a sudden, he might get the unanimous vote again. So this, like if this doesn't pan out the way they think it should, or if it doesn't pan out the way they plan it to, I should say, I believe people are going to be inclined to be even more on his side and vote for him, and, you know, he'll get back in office. Yeah, and he'll never leave office to a degree.
Yeah, it's definitely insightful, man, because I think all the political parties are on the same team. You know what I'm saying? I could go deeper into shadow governments, but we're not going to go there now.
find me on Instagram, Killer KILLA_YHM. And that's for everything. That's for Snapchat, that's for Facebook, that's for Instagram, that's for SoundCloud, that's for everything. You can find me out there.
And if you want to follow me as Dro_YHM. With that being said, you can follow us on group Instagram. It's YHM_ENT. Once again, we are on all major platforms.
I never let them down. I told them that I got them. Sitting on the top when we started from the bottom. From the big city, but this apple getting rotten. I'm a real nigga, I will never be forgotten.
I'm sitting back thinking about a move. I'm having nightmares, they gon' kick it soon.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? I went by the vinyl shop over there earlier and shit. You know what I'm saying? Down the street. Yeah. Fucking Brick City right now. I was down there, yo, and I had this, like, crackhead dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bum crackhead dude breakdance and Expo Quarter and shit. I mean, you know, I respect the homeless or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, do you think it's like an epidemic out there of, like, true homelessness? And
Bloomberg is a motherfucker. So, in return now, with him doing that, implementing certain shit, you also had the juxtaposition with the landlord dudes. Because I started noticing that LES, it's trickled up to Spanish Harlem, where dudes started allegedly doing $30,000 worth of work to an apartment, and now you can bump it up to market value. And what they do is they got a lot of young professionals that are signed a lease for like a year and a half. Or a year, or they wouldn't give you a 3-4 year lease. But they don't care because they're in and out. And if they want to stay, they stay. But if not, they'll move 10 blocks away in that direction or whatever. So now, you start that in 2000, whatever, 99, 98. And not like this is a little maybe before or whatever, but you start moving all the way up. Now, Bloomberg's rocking with certain shit, and you have this effect going on. So now you're looking at it where this apartment right here next to us, at this point now, from then till now, with all the renovations, alleged renovations, and all the bullshit, refurbished dishwashers and shit, now you got apartments that are $3,000, that are this, that are that. But people are like, yo, well, how are they doing that and pushing people out, Uncle Nick? Well, why aren't those apartments and this and that going on? So you start looking at it, they're able to come in these buildings and they start offering people money. I'll give you $25,000 to bounce. So you wind up realizing they make these investments, they clear the buildings out, or they find people in violation of certain things, and then they get you out that way, or they'll take you to court, and you know you can't pay for this or that, whatever the fuck it is. No, they don't get down like that, but there's just mad technicalities and layers to it where eventually after 20 years you see New York City in a state where a lot of people are in shelters. There aren't a lot of rent-stabilized apartments anymore, and the market is going bonkers. And in my opinion, the reason that they're closing Rikers Island and want to open up city jump-offs is because that's just me. They want to turn that either into some luxury resort fucking island type of shit, or they're going to start shipping all the homeless and shelter motherfuckers over there. They're going to open a whole facility over there where they can be over there and they're not necessarily in the city. But it's so bad that they're giving people money to leave now. And other states are getting upset because they're like, don't send your people with $25,000 and a voucher over here. And it's like, who's paying for this? So, you know, there's a big problem. But then the real estate investors are the ones that are donating, backing, and pushing certain shit. So it's just, it's all political, really, at the end of the day. And the rent market hasn't been stabilized in a sense where you protect poor people. They say, oh, we're not raising the rents, but yeah, you might not raise the rents that are technically the rents if they haven't done renovations, but when they get people out and bring people in and do all this and that, it starts to get crazy. So that's why you see a lot of this shit now. Plus, you got a lot of people coming out of jail now. You got a lot of niggas that were locked up over here, over there. It's just, it's overwhelming. But anyhow, those are some of my thoughts.
Yeah, it was definitely a ship-off conspiracy, and it's not even conspiracy because it's conspired. It's real shit. It's business, you know what I'm saying? And the people are pretty much the pawns and shit. They're collateral damage.
It's business with conspiracies.
Yeah, facts on that.
They ain't a fucking conspiracy.
All right, so now we go on a different topic now. I know you was doing pretty much like food vlogs also.
All right, so that's the slice right there. It looks a lot different than Ben's Pizza. You see the cheese is spread a little bit more evenly, you know what I'm saying? And this is how we do it. We just pop it on the countertop. And of course, I got my napkins again. So we're just gonna tap that down. Get a little bit of that grease out of here, you know what I'm saying? I gotta watch my health, make sure that I'm a fucking black Italian stallion out here taking down these O's, you know what I'm saying? I can't be no fat nigga, but let's get into it. Now, as you can see, this slice is a lot thinner. It's razor thin, you know what I'm saying? And this is how I like to get down. I don't like all that dough and shit like that. The cheese is spread evenly. I'm gonna test the sauce out, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, it's a nice, robust flavor, so let's get it popping.
And I know you definitely gonna do some more. Like, what's a good spot for a slice of pizza?
So I'm gonna tell you right now. You asking me about So right now you got John's Pizza. I believe that's on Spring, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got Bleecker. So I actually reviewed those spots because I used to live in Soho. So on the late night, no, it's not John's, it's Ben's. Ben's Pizza is on Spring. So Ben's Pizza, they dope. On the late night tip, they open late. You know what I'm saying? The Sicilian slice there is out of this world. That's what they're known for. And then you have Bleecker, where you come back around over there. But the only thing is that the crust is soggy. It's a good slice, but you never really get you never really get the crisp razor breakdown, because in New York we do the airplane slice. We fold it in half. You know what I'm saying? And so Ben's, their regular slice was, I think I gave it like a 3 or something. But you know how cool the owner was at Ben's? He knew I was doing a food vlog, and he was like, it's on the house. Don't worry about it. So that was cool. So then the slice on Bleecker, that was a little better in the sense of the flavor of the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Because I cook, so I know about my gravy and shit like that. But the actual structure, the physical of the pizza was sloppy. It was all over the place. So my number one spot, you hear this drum roll? Sacco's Pizza. It's on 54th and 9th Avenue in Hell's Kitchen. When you go there, just get a regular slice.
Hold on, say it again, because my people got to know that.
Sacco's Pizza, Saccos. Pizza on 54th and 9th Avenue. 54th Street. Between 54th and 55th Street, you got the Alvin Ailey Dance Studio. And then right down the block on 9th Avenue, that's my man. They've been there forever. They just changed everything. They had the 70s fucking wood with the Jesus Christ picture from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like they had with the fruit punch, it's classic. But the thing about this slice that's amazing, because you have, some people think Sicilian slices is always thick. No, Sicilians make thin pizza too. So it's thin. The gravy's amazing. It's just enough cheese. But it's razor thin, right? But when you crack it, nothing falls anywhere, and it's amazing. So I personally, that's my favorite slice in the city. It's put together well. It's not sloppy, and they execute, and they've been doing it for years. Sacco's Pizza. They got the calzones. They got the meatball pump. They got everything, son. Yeah.
Yo, me and my girl definitely check
that out. And another spot that doesn't do pizza and shit like that, but they're well known. Raffetto's. They on Houston Street off of 6th Avenue. They've been around since the early 1900s.
How you spell that?
I believe that's R-A-F-F-E, or it might be R-A-F-E-T-T-O-S, or yeah, something to that effect. Raffetto's. But everything's homemade. The sauces, like the gravies, everything, just like whatever you go in there to get, man. The pasta, everything is stellar. You know what I'm saying? So, check them out too.
Damn, that's starting to make me hungry talking about that. Yeah, but yo, we done talked about politics. We done talked about a rainbow hair motherfucker. We done talked about Trump. We talked about everything, hip hop. But let's talk about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, like I know you're doing some type of drives, like how you did last year. I know you did the toy drive, the turkey drive, and everything else. That's why
I never did a turkey drive.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so I kind of had that misconstrued. But like pretty much, like, are you doing the toy drive this year?
Yeah. Well, this is how all this started, right? Lissandro Guzman, R.I.P. the little man. He got butchered in the Bronx, basically, and there was dudes that used to be in my chat room that they like to troll. They like to talk shit, you know what I'm saying? But they donate to the show. It was like a few niggas, E-Speed, this one, that one. You know what I'm saying? Like bugged out niggas that would talk man shit, but then donate like to.
What could they donate? Like, what's your
hold on. They would donate to the show, you know what I'm saying? So it started off like in a sense of like a challenge, like, oh, this is happening or whatever. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go out and do this with my own buck. But then people started donating, so the whole shit kicked off because we were just trying to do something nice for Junior, so we went out and fed the homeless. But then niggas was like, keep that going. So I think we fed like 50 homeless people or some shit like that for the summer. And then we started donating to the church, which is on 14th Street. Because you got women that they be needing Kotex, they be needing Metro cars, like business suits, they kids need formula, but they come out of abusive relationships, so they scared and shit, so they be at the nunnery. There's not a lot of them, but you know what I'm saying? So they take them in. So we start donating to that. Then we start sending the kids to summer camp in the summertime. And like, it, you know, it all started to make sense. So I came together and we did this Christmas drive where we donated all these toys and headphones and different things like in Harlem to this school. Shout out my man Bronx Palmer. He facilitated that. So I started realizing that it's really hard to get involved with all these drives. Well, I mean, it's really hard to get involved with all these organizations and schools when you're doing a drive because they don't know you. And my content is explicit, so they're not inclined to fuck with me. So now this year, I'm still doing the Christmas drive, but I'm going to do it with the church. And I'm doing things to that effect. So it'll have all the links in the description box, but there's a GoFundMe there if you'd like to donate. You know what I'm saying? So this year for Christmas, we're going to knock that out for the kids. You know, we bought 100 pairs of headphones last year. Drawstring backpacks, like little light-up toys, and just little cool shit. And this year we like to do 200, but, you know, the donations, things are different right now, so we would like to at least match what we did last year. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we're gunning in that direction. We might do something totally different, you know what I mean? But it's going to be with the church. And I believe in giving back because you got a lot of people on YouTube, they make a lot of money, and they don't help nobody, son. But they try to tell everybody else what to do, how to do it, how great they are. And, oh, I don't film homeless people. Man, shut the fuck up. You don't be doing nothing for nobody, nigga, at the end of the day. You be doing shit for yourself, and that's cool. But don't try to be a guru or a leader or this or that. Just do your one, too. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I try to encourage people to get on their job and handle shit the right way, but everybody's not gonna do that. But you know, I do it from the heart, man, because I used to be fucked up in the world, and you know, thinking about how I'm gonna get my next meal, how I'm gonna get my next shit popping, where I'm gonna get my next pair of kicks from. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do a jokes or a crime or we hustling or whatever the fuck it was. So to go back and give to the youth or help the elderly or whatever the fuck, or the homeless, less fortunate, you know what I'm saying, because of what I'm able to accomplish, which is entertaining individuals, and they give me their hard-earned money to go do good in the world. It's like, it's a feeling that I can't put into words, but it's unbelievable.
Yo, definitely salute what you're doing, and definitely everybody, links are going to be in the bottom. Please support, please support. You know, we got to dig deep in your pockets. Yo, and one last question, because this is what I want to know, you know what I'm saying? It's Thanksgiving next week, you know what I'm saying? Is that time of year, and what are you thankful for? That's the question. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm still alive, man. I'm thankful that I'm still here, of course, and I'm thankful that I'm able to reach people. You know, people enjoy what I do. There was a kid, not a kid. He's you know what I mean. He's doing his thing, but he got, you know, some physical disabilities. He be in the hospital a lot. He hit me with a DM. And he was like, yo, son, I be in mad pain. I be in the hospital laid up, but I watch your videos for hours and I forget what I'm going through. So I'm thankful for that right there, that I'm able to reach people and help them get through their pain or whatever they're going through in life, or forget about whatever misery they got popping off, and they're able to just laugh and smile. And I can facilitate that for you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's, you know, I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for people, you know, doing the right thing in the world, and you know, things to that effect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, I'm thankful every day. So Thanksgiving ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like the day for me to just be thankful. But you know, I'm just happy that I'm here doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Before, you know what I'm saying, I actually wrap it up, I actually definitely want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, because you styling, profiling 24/7, you know what I'm saying, from way back, for real. Like Polo. Why Polo? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, man. Shout out to RFC. Shout out to all the heads over here, different graph heads. Low is heavy over here in the Lower East Side. I witnessed it as a kid, but I used to go through Times Square a lot. And when you see things in your neighborhood, it seems regular to you. But I would go through places and I would see like these, I would call it the Polo Militia. I would see like crews all laced and everything color coordinated and matching with socks. And it always just kind of stood out to me. So, you know, of course, the shit was wild expensive. So as a kid, I couldn't afford that shit. Later on in life, I wound up going through what I'm going through. But when I made my transition to like be an adult and go back to like the essence of who I think I should be, opposed to what I had become, I realized I had to switch my time. So I went back to what I thought was cool, what I thought was classic, what I thought was everlasting, and what I seen the people of my era rocking that made them stand out. So I was like, you know, I was living in Soho, and the rugby store was right there. So I started hitting the rugby a lot. Then I started hitting other spots, doing my 1-2, then coordinating things and putting things together. And then as things pop off, you know what I'm saying, I link up with Thirst, I link up with Sun Low, I link up just with my PJC niggas, different people. And then I'm welcomed into the brand, the Low Life brand, and I get to throw these L's up, you know what I'm saying? And do my 1-2. Shout out to the Ayak fam, you know what I'm saying? It's Wolfpack forever. That's something else I created. But it's about stepping out in the world and people respecting what you putting down, because there's a lot of older people to the young people, to the classic people, to the trendy people that know what that means, and they know what you're wearing, and they know certain pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like the joint I got on today, I got the Suicide joint, if y'all can see that from earlier. You know what I mean? Like, niggas used to get their wigs pushed back for that. So, you know, they doing retros and shit now, too, so everybody can catch back up on it. You know what I mean? So, you know, some people are against that, some people are with it. But at the end of the day, it's a movement. We're universal, we're international, and it's dope that we come from the culture of just being fly, getting bitches, getting money, and I don't know, embracing the whole hip-hop, the whole hip-hop culture and all its dynamics, whether it was DJing, MCing, breakdancing, street shit, whatever the fuck, graph, like niggas did it all. So, you know, it's just a, yeah, man, it's just a beautiful thing, man. Rocking the low, knowing what it represents, and seeing the respect that you get in life from people. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what it's about. And then also having a brotherhood behind you and so many different organizations and different crews underneath the umbrella is, I don't know, man, is you have to be in it to actually experience it and feel the joy of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is not for everybody, though. It's only for the elite. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. But that's what that's about. And, yo, I appreciate you having me on the show. About to slide the fuck up out of here. It's kind of brick. And that's what it is, man. Y'all do your thing over there on Vomit TV and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Rick.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having, like, coming by, you know what I'm saying, breaking it down, letting people know more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? We out here in the Lower East Side. This is Mental Vomit Show. Is your host, Ricky Rick. We got Uncle Nick. And stay tuned for the next episode. We out this motherfucker.
What's going on in the world? Find out right here. Conspiracies to bed. Just open up your ears. Now where you going when you got nowhere to go? Make yourself at home at the Mental Vomit Show. Welcome to the Mental Vomit Show. Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to the Mental Vomit Show podcast, where we let your mind vomit.